Good morning and welcome to our webinar today. We're talking about the basics of SEO, and we've written a blog on this recently. I want to share that with you, but this is just so important for our customers that we wanted to take just a little bit of time, and we want to talk about this with a video so that our customers and others will have this video to help them understand some of the very basic things about SEO. As a small business person, you oftentimes cannot hire a large company or even a small company to do a lot of your SEO work. You've got to do it yourself. So you've got to know the very basics of what you're doing, and so that you are as efficient as possible and get the biggest bang for your investment. So let's just look at a few of these things very quickly. Again, we have a blog on this. It's called the SEO Snapshot with an infographic, and I was just totally impressed by this. And so I want to share it with you. We share it in the blog. You can simply go to our website, imagebuildingwebdesign.com, and go to the blog and go down to the SEO section, and you'll find this SEO Snapshot with infographic. And again, we'll also have the link to that on the video here. So we have here an article that appeared in Entrepreneur, and it's a very comprehensive look at SEO. The infographic is just wonderful, and so a lot of the things are not going to be applicable to what a small business person is going to be doing for the most part, but some of it's really super good, so we want to show that to you. First of all, we look at here with the blog and also with the article that was written, the three key factors. And those factors are your target keywords, and we have information on our website how to go and do that research, and backlinks to your website, and then also social signals, which are becoming more and more important. And of course, the keywords, this is what you're targeting for when people are searching online. And certainly, you know, we've got to have keywords that people are using to find websites such as ours. You know, it's very easy to rank very high with a keyword that nobody's using or looking for. There's no competition for it. And unfortunately, there are some SEO folks that will pull out some of these non-competitive keywords and say, look, I got you on the first page of Google. Well, big deal, nobody's using that keyword to look for your website or anything else. And so we have to have a good analysis. Try to be a little unique with the keyword, but you know, we still want to be in the ball game with what people are searching for. And then again, if we go for the keywords that are just so broad, I mean, there's just no way we're going to be able to overcome the giants in the industry, because they have very deep pockets and can afford a lot of people to work on their SEO and their marketing and things such as that. So keywords, very, very important. Backlinks, and this is the way your website is judged by the quality that it is. So those backlinks from high quality websites, super important. And there are some very easy high quality backlinks to get. And we go over some of that on information on our website. And there's also some that are more difficult to get also. So it seems like those that are better in a particular industry are oftentimes more difficult to get. And then, of course, social signals, and that is the sharing and the resharing, retweeting, etc., the liking, the plus ones, etc., of your content. Now, I've got here in the blog just some of the highlights here. Go down through here with this list. So really, I encourage you to look at this list and then also use the infographic, which will help you out quite a bit. And let me just go through these rather quickly and pull out some that are particularly important to the small business person or someone with a nonprofit organization, and what they can do just from their level. The first one, domain age. The point there is you don't want to be changing domain names a lot, because if you're doing that, you're never going to gain the traction that you want, SEO-wise and organic search-wise. So I know sometimes there's a good reason to change your domain name, rebrand, remarketing, but you want to keep that. Also, when we talk about keywords, you want, if possible, your major keyword to be in your domain name. For example, ours is web design, image building, web design. So web design is in our domain name, and that helps out. Not as much as it used to, but it helps out. And also, if the keyword can be at the beginning of the domain, that's better. Go down to content length. Content length, 300 to 500 words minimum with a blog. Studies show that longer, and there's a good graphic on the infographic there, longer content, and you've got more room for long tail keywords and things such as that. A great benefit. The problem with that is your audience may not want to read all of that. And so it might be great for SEO, might not be good for you as a business person. And so there's got to be a weighing out, and maybe you'll have some longer, maybe you'll have some a little shorter, but again, 300 to 500 words minimum, generally speaking, and then the longer ones can be great for SEO. Content, good, fresh, regular content, very important, and also updating and revising that content because things change. We're in a changing world, and Google knows that, other search engines, they know that. And so if you're just throwing a bunch of content on there, you're not updating it, it's the same old, the signal there is, you're dated, you're out of date, not fresh, not current, and so keep that current, page speed, user experience, we've talked about that in the past, super important with that. Even reading level, if you're putting first grade stuff up there, the search engines aren't going to pay a lot of attention to it. At the same time, if your audience, is not PhD individuals in a particular field, well, then you don't want to be writing. Have blogs on there, which a PhD would understand. There's a lot of things I would not understand about medical field, about the technicalities of lots of fields, even car mechanic. I mean, it's just not what I'm into and what my knowledge is all about. So that wouldn't be interesting to me. So keep your audience in mind and also have a reasonable reading level for that. Multimedia, super important. YouTube is owned by Google, so Google prefers YouTube, right? So be active with multimedia. With your images, have them optimized, which, that's the search engines are looking for that. If you've got great big clunky images and they've not been optimized and there's not any alt tags on or anything like that, you're going to be hit with that. In your URL, besides your domain name, if you can use your keywords in your URL, for example, webdesign.com/SEO/ whatever it may be at that point. And so I've got the keywords there: image building in the root domain, SEO in the category, and then whatever that article is about, I can have the keyword in that also. Now, so those are rather important, and those are things that people in the office, small business, nonprofit, have a lot to do with. There's no need, quite honestly, to pay an SEO person once you put content up to go back and redo it all for you. So just make sure that, when you're, putting in your content, you're dealing with your URL, you're putting in your content, you've got your keywords, that it's good content, that it makes sense, you're not just spamming keywords throughout it, and things such as that. Now, as you put in your content, you also have the opportunity to put in your metadata. That's your HTML metadata tag for your title, your description, and for your keywords. These are, the title and description, super important. You want your keywords in the title. Of course, you want it to make sense. You want a good title, an engaging title with keywords. And description also. Description's a little bit longer. Now, and a lot of A lot of folks say, well, you don't need to use the keyword tag any longer. And it's true, Google's not looking at that as far as search rankings go, but there's some suggestions they're using it for some other things. So although it's a little bit extra work, we continue to use the keyword tag with our websites and with our customers' website. And who knows, Google may decide to use it again one day. Maybe they will use it to judge some sort of page in some sort of way, and who knows what's going to happen in the future. And just think, if you hadn't been using it for 5 years, your keyword tag for 5 years, and you had 5 years worth of content, and then all of a sudden, oh, I got to go redo all that. And so we just go on and use it. There's evidence that Google's using it for some other things, other search engines. There's some evidence they're using it even for PageRank, and so we just go on and use it. Make sure you don't have HTML errors. We've got page categories tags here. Tags are easy to use, just like keywords. References and sources, so it makes it look like you're legit and just not pulling stuff out of the air. Bullets and numbered lists. Besides the fact that readers like numbered lists, like 5 most important points of whatever it is, XYZ. And then you go through there and number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, you number your section, something like that. And also some research shows that it's preferred to see the number, not the written word. In other words, the number 5 rather than FIVE. And so using bullet lists and numbered lists, people like that. And so search engines are looking to serve people pages that they like, so they're looking to see if you're using that. Bullet lists and numbered lists. Sitemap, you know, everyone needs a sitemap. This is one of the ways we communicate not only with people, but also with search engines. So this helps search engines to know what's on our website and to know when it's changed, when it's updated, when something new is added. So sitemaps are simple. They can be automated. They're not a big deal. Just got to make sure that it's there. You might need some help getting it there, but once it's there, it should be automatic. Site architecture. You know, just making sure it's a good site, runs well, menu and nav, easy to understand, and simple things such as have a contact page. Number of pages. If you've got a site that's got 3 or 4 pages and you've not added any pages for years, well, you're probably not going to get a very good ranking, and the ranking that you have has probably been deteriorating for a little while and probably will continue to deteriorate also. Site uptime, server location, and we've recently put out information about even who you choose as a host. The company you choose to host your website is very important. If you're selling things, e-commerce, having an SSL certificate, important. Terms of service, privacy page, breadcrumbs so people can get around your site really easy if you've got a lot of pages, maybe in your blog section or your video section, something such as that. Having reviews, reputation, things like that. Also, schema, now we've talked about that quite a bit. We've got some good information on our website with that, both blogs and videos. Schema is the language that was developed some months ago by the 3 major search engines, and that's the way that we communicate to them as to what's on our page. Sometimes search engines aren't the greatest at figuring it out all by themselves, and so we can communicate this to them. They've come out with this whole language. Now, you might need some help in setting it up, but we found once it's set up, it's pretty easy to use. So you might want to have someone set up some sample pages for you. You know, do the schema on a blog and a video page, and do your address and company name stuff in your template. But once it's there, it's real easy to copy and just do the same thing over and over again. So it's a little complex setting it up, but that's something you can certainly do, and it makes a huge difference. Also, the publisher and authorship markup we've talked about quite a bit. Huge difference, especially the authorship as far as click-through rate, and the publisher probably going to be also the same thing. Having backlinks, we've mentioned that, super important, good quality backlinks. and also good quality outbound links, not being spammy with that. All right, so let me share this infographic for you, and I'm really not going to go any further with that because we've talked about probably most of the high points that are applicable to the small business person, also to the nonprofit, small nonprofit. And so you can come over here. There's more good information, and the things are expounded upon here in a little bit more detail, which I certainly encourage you. To look at that, and I think you'll get a lot out of it. Let me show you here the large copy. Click to enlarge. Get that down here. Click to enlarge, and so you can see this. And again, I really certainly encourage you to go through here and to look at this and to put this page, put our blog, our video somewhere where you can get to it really easy. And it goes through a lot of things, especially maybe the top half. It goes through a lot of things that are very, very important to the small business person, small nonprofit. And so I really encourage you to look at it, to study it, to maybe take some notes, to maybe see where you can change and you can do better. And certainly if you're using an SEO person, and everything, SEO, social media marketing, I mean, it all just works together and flows together. You can't just have one and ignore the rest. So, whatever you're doing, whoever's helping you in what area, you can take this and you can use it and talk to them and make sure they are doing these things. And so you see, what's going on with this. And so this all goes down through here, and just go through here and just look at it and ask those who helping you. Check with your staff, make sure they're on top of these things here like this. And there might be a few things that you need to change, whether it be on your site, off site, what your in-house SEO, your subbed out SEO, whatever is doing, and certainly can get a huge benefit with that. So I wanted to share that with you today. Just to emphasize, just maybe to explain a little bit better, the very basic things every small business can do, medium-sized business, nonprofits. Again, there's no need for staff to be putting information, updating website, and then you've got to pay somebody else to go redo it. No need for that. This is not that difficult. With a little bit of leadership and setting some guidelines, there's no reason why in-house there's no reason why it can't be done, and it ought to be done. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful. I've certainly enjoyed the time together, and anytime, just let us know how we can help you. Alan McNabb with Image Building Web Design, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks for being with us.